What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Reading Corner. I'm Jazz.
I'm Amber.
And how you doing, friend? What's been going
I
on? You
am
doing
doing
good?
good. How are you? I just got to
Doing
church, so I'm chilling,
same here. I'm
relaxed.
still a little dressed up, so I'm hitting the gym after this. So that's why I was
Yay!
like,
Come on,
I'm
Jim.
gonna keep this on and get straight to my gym clothes. Because if I don't put on my gym clothes, I ain't going.
We ain't
That's just
going.
that's just
That's
what it's gonna
good,
be.
girl. I
So
don't gym on Sunday, so you better than me. I gym yesterday. I did spin yesterday at 8. So yeah.
yesterday was recovery for me. Yesterday and Wednesday. Because on Wednesday night, shameless plug, I be on live with the drunk uncles from Let's Go Get
Yes.
Podcast. So if y'all on Instagram, Wednesdays at 8:30 Central.
Yep.
Yeah, 8:30
8:30.
Central. I'm on there talking, giving my little 2 cents as a woman on a panel
Keeping the
full of
men
men.
together.
Yeah, so they be trying to gang up on me, so y'all gotta come be in the comments to
Yes,
help
ladies,
me.
come get in the comments, help Jazz out because they be trying
They
to
don't be listening,
double team my girl
and then be losing still. So
and
it's all
still
right.
be losing.
So we are in the month of March, and
Yay!
March is
Sadly, we are the end of Black History
Black
Month.
History.
Sadly,
I know Black History Month was very eventful.
it
Um,
was. I think it was.
it was good events, bad events too that kind of took place, but overall, it was a good Black History Month.
It
I think
was.
so. Yeah, but March is a Women's History Month, so this
Yes.
episode we're dedicating, or the month for the whole month. The episodes we're
Oh,
dedicating
no.
to celebrating all these beautiful women authors who have written incredible stories. They've helped shape the culture and just put more feminine energy out into the universe, because the universe can always use more feminine energy because
Yeah.
we're the best. Duh. So that's just what we're going for, the vibe we're going for this month with our episodes. So yeah, Amber, I'm glad you enjoyed your Black History Month.
I
You know,
did. I did.
you're excited
Um,
for Women's History Month.
I am, especially with the books that we're going to do, because I mean, most of the authors I read are women, and that's not a bad thing. So it
No.
gives me a lot to talk about. I don't have to dig deep into my website to find a good woman's author. So that's easy for us to do.
That is true. All right. So, um, I don't think we talked about who's gonna go first, but
We did.
you you want to go first and do a rock paper scissors? Who go first?
Sure. So are we getting into who are, let's say, like who, just in general, before we get into our authors, like who just inspired us in general? And I think we can all say like Maya Angelou. Like she is a great poet, like was still our rise, like that for us, even though we're out of Black History Month, but still like that is it just resonates so much with us as Black women, but also like people in general.
Mm,
Especially in the times that we're in now that seem so dreary and depressing sometimes.
mm-hmm.
Um, but that one has been inspirational. You can see it on people's graduations hats, on people's funeral thingies, pamphlets. Like it's one of those that really hit home.
Yeah.
Um
You know what hit home for
and
me with Maya Angelou though? Real
what? What's
quick.
wrong?
When she was in that Tyler Perry movie, sitting at the front, and she was like,
Yes.
in and out of time. Yeah.
Yo, you saying that made me remember that she was in Juice
She was?
with, yes, with Tupac. Was she not? I think she was in Juice with Tupac and Janet Jackson, because at the scene where she's at they crashed the family reunion.
Poetic
And
justice.
yes,
That's what
yes,
yeah,
sorry, and
poetic
I
justice.
said Juice,
No,
my
so I was
bad.
like, oh, I
Poetic
think that was
Justice.
Juice Friend. I don't remember that one. But
Yes, my
poetic
bad, my bad,
justice.
my bad. Poetic
Yeah.
Justice.
That
She
was
was there
her.
when they crashed the family reunion. And I said that with such conviction.
I was like, oh, she's talking about Juice. I only watched Juice like once, I think. I don't know about
Oh,
that.
girl, that was a
I don't
good
know.
movie, but Poetic Justice, yes. Because she was in that, and I'm like, that was she is such a staple, like, and she was just so
She
like
was funny to me.
versatile, like how you can be in a movie with Tupac and Janet Jackson, and then years later, and I mean like years later, dang near a decade later, if not more, be in a Tyler Perry movie, still like resonating with all age groups and all generations.
Well, no, that's the same movie. Because I was going to say she was in 2 Tyler Perry movies, but it was the same movie. She still had, I
Oh,
forgot she had that, like an actual speaking part when they went to the family reunion. And
yes.
I was only thinking about the scene where she
Why
was
she
reading
always
her
at the family
poem.
reunion though?
That is true. Like,
Both of those movies,
now
it was
that
a
you
family
think about,
reunion.
yeah, she was at both family reunions in there just talking. But yeah, like that little
Oh,
the sun has come, the night is gone. We're in and out, in and out, in and out. I was like, come on, Mike.
your impersonation is taking me out because it's spot on, like literally how she sounds.
Oh, we
R.I.P.
love
Maya
her.
Angelou. Like we
R.I.P. to
lost
her.
a gem.
Yes, R.I.P. to her.
Don't mind
And
me,
her.
my dog is like in the way, so yeah.
Oh, he want to be in on Women History Month too. You know, he trying to defend the queen of the castle. That's all. Get off my boy. It's okay. He loves you. Y'all, Amber Dog love her so much. He wants to be in her skin if he
Only when
could.
I'm sitting in here on the floor, but he's gonna be SOL when I get my office chair. Mm, mm.
I'm sorry. I just had to point that little poem out because, like, she did
Yes,
that with them
she
people
did.
hanging
She
up,
really
looking
did, and I
down.
mean, poet of poets. Yes, she really did. She really did.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, guess it's my
Who you
turn.
got? Yes.
I'll go next. So, my next person that I'm actually going to talk about is Miss J.K. Rowling.
Of course you would. You are a Harry
So,
Potter fan, so go ahead.
for those who don't know, J.K. Rowling. I say Rowling, but I've heard people say it like Rowling.
Rowling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Rowling is correct. If it's not, sorry, girl. But JKR, yeah, her. She is the author of one of the most famous series I say in history. Like honestly,
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Okay.
Harry Potter, the whole series from Sorcerer's Stone all the way to Deathly Hallows Part 2. She has written all of that. Of course, most
All the
people
way to
know.
the extras. Didn't she do some more after?
Mm-hmm. She did Fantastic Beast.
Yes.
She it was
Which was a
another
good
one.
movie.
Yeah. I'm a hold on that one yet on the book part. But yeah, she did 2 Fantastic Beast stories, I think. And I know a lot of people think she wrote um Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, but that was just like a screenplay adaptation of
Oh,
the
really?
mm-hmm. So
I
that's from what I've
didn't think
learned.
Sierra wrote that. Oh, wow.
If that's incorrect, I'll edit that out so y'all just gonna hear just music and then I'm gonna come back in talking. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to her because she's written such a just a historic series. Like the
Yes.
the amount of just I don't even know how to describe it, but the things that blossom from this one book series, not just for her, but for the movies, the fans, the people who worked on these books and the movies,
Universal Studios, like
Universal
it's
Studios, like
crazy.
it had just blossomed into something that I'm sure she couldn't even have guessed it would have become as big as
Heck
it did.
no.
Like she has done a couple interviews before just saying like how she was basically giving up on life at that point before she wrote
Yes.
Harry Potter and got it published or whatever. And it kind of is a testament to me, like to me of don't quit. You know, it's like you right there. You just never know when your moment is like right there
You
before.
never know.
So
You
I be trying to
literally
remember
never know.
that. But Yeah, I got to give it to her. And then another thing about Miss JKR, them
And
black
another
people don't
thing,
die. Okay, they don't die. They don't die. They don't die in the movies. They ain't died in the
and they don't
books.
lie in the book.
None of that. So
I can appreciate my girl for that.
yeah, she be keeping us alive because she know how we would really be if we had them powers.
Yeah.
Cause immediately Avada Kedavra. I don't got time. I don't got time. I don't got the time nor the patience. I don't. I don't have it. Sorry. Dumbledore taking too long. So she knew to keep the characters like
Especially
in
if
the
our
forefront.
parents had magic too.
Oh yeah, that would have been a no go.
What's going on here with my baby? Cause
First of
damn,
all, my
you a
parents wouldn't have
fraud.
been letting me go back to nothing Hogwarts related. Magic people are not. They would have said,
Right.
"Excuse me, girl, you
Yeah,
gotta go
no.
on down to this HBCU down the street and practice in your dorm room." Sorry,
Right.
sorry. So yeah, she always kept the black people alive. So shout out to her. Yeah, and I know she's had some controversy before, like back in the day, she made some comments, but we're not here to talk about that because you can never take away the fact that she's a talented author. Like,
Listen, and you cannot. And that's what I was thinking about too. I'm like, hope we don't get no backlash in the comments about what she done did with the woman. Listen, we are strictly
mm,
talking about her books. We are not talking about
mm.
her life and her decisions outside of that. That's your personal preference. You
But the
know.
same ones who be shouting that, them same ones who still listen to R. Kelly with no issue. I'm just throwing that out there. Just
Just
saying.
throwing it out.
Yeah. Okay. So, she ain't do half of what he did. Not even a
Mhm.
quarter. So yeah, we gonna move on from that. But that's
We
my
don't move on.
that's my author. That's Miss JKR, Miss JK Rowling, however you want to
Yes.
pronounce it. Yeah. Who you got next?
Oh. So for authors, I'm going to have to shout out my girl Leanne Moriarty, and she wrote the Hypnotist love story. But that's not how I started off with her. I started off with her on The Husband's Secret. Now, when I tell you she is the queen of having different things going on and
Mm-hmm.
keeping you involved in everything, she's like the best. There can be 5 main characters, and she is going to let you into each of their lives and still do a great job with connecting all of that and have you like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
she is the best person, in my opinion, to connect so many people in a
Mm-hmm.
story and bring that all together full circle and still have you very like, oh my gosh, like that is how that
Mm-hmm.
happened. I got put onto her when I was a flight attendant, and I was always looking for something to read. And so a passenger was like reading something, and she was like, I was like, "Oh, what are you looking at?" And she's like, "Oh, The Husband's Secret." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was like, "This is really good." So I peeped her, and then from there I just started reading like all of her things.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I have not been led astray since. So if anyone is interested in starting with her, it's Leanne Moriarty. Start with The Husband's Secret. She also has books. She's also the author of Big Little Lies, and that got turned into a Hulu
A
series.
show. Yeah.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Nine Perfect Strangers also got turned into a series. And I think I have one more book by her that I haven't started. Look, if I see anything by her when I walk into Barnes and Nobles, got it,
Yeah, pick it
got
up.
it. Like, I am a huge fan of hers, and a lot of her books are based in Sydney or Australia or somewhere, but they are
Mm-hmm.
like so good. If you are a feel good type of person, like,
Mm-hmm.
they're definitely the books for you.
Mm-hmm.
She has about like 7 or 8 books out. The only one that I will say for last will be and I can't even think of it right now, but it was one of those books where I'm like, if I would have read it first, I probably wouldn't have been as
That's it.
interested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um So maybe we can come back and I can put it in the comments or something because I cannot think of the title right now. I'll probably think of it in the middle of something. But all of the other ones like The Hidden Love Story, The Husband's Secret, Nine Perfect Strangers, Three Wishes, all of those. Like Chef's Kiss. Yeah, I was really invested and she is definitely like one of my favorite female authors.
That's good. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to pick some of them up because
yes,
phone just sounds like, oh, that might be something. Okay,
really good.
Guess it's my turn.
Who you got?
All right, so I was gonna do something different, but then I thought about something, and I think I'm gonna take it back to our childhood days. So I used to love Nancy Drew books, the Nancy Drew mystery series, right?
I never read those.
What? They are
I never read Nancy Drew ones. I never
read
did.
A Time to Kill as a youth, but you didn't get a chance to read Nancy Drew?
Blame my daddy.
I am. Because, sir, what do you mean? You could have let her start small. And
he did not. He was like, I'm going to just throw you in the pool and sink or swim.
Did you comprehend it or no?
Do you get this or not? Are you emotionally intelligent enough to handle this or not?
Or not? Like, that is so funny to me. But yes, for Nancy Drew books,
okay,
I can find some. Well, not that if I can find some, I really haven't looked. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I want to have a few just for like my home collection, home library. You know, because I used to read them all the time. That's one of the books I used to check out, like almost every time I went to the library. But
you got my brain thinking, so I'll wait till you go. But yeah, she got my brain thinking of books, childhood books. Nancy Drew, like I've always heard of them. I never read them.
Think of like, I don't even know how to put it. Think of like Scooby-Doo mixed with, well, not even that. Think of if Velma was by herself from Scooby-Doo.
Did she need her glasses?
Yeah, no, well, didn't Nancy need glasses? I don't think she needed glasses, but if she did, it'd be hilarious because I'm like, all right, Velma. But I got interesting facts for you. So they always say the author went by Carolyn Nee, like Keene. So I just say Nee, Carolyn Nee. But it turns out that's a pseudonym. It was different authors who wrote the Nancy Drew series.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't always just Carolyn. It was a pseudonym for multiple people.
For multiple people.
Yeah, so I can read it real quick. It says Carolyn Nee is the pseudonym of the authors for the Nancy Drew mystery series and the Dana Girls mystery stories, which I haven't read those, but I'll probably still check them out. Both produced by the Stratemeyer Syndicate. So I guess that's the overall company who hired the writers or whatever. The first set of books, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 8 or 9 books. The first 8 or 9 books in the series were written by Mildred Wirt Benson. They were revised by Harriet Adams and Patricia Dahl. So just to know, like, Nancy Drew wasn't written by one person really like blew my mind. It was just like, I never would have thought that. I never would have thought that a pseudonym, like how people have, their
cover a whole group of people.
Yeah, a whole group of people. And there was, because I'm only shouting at the women. Now there's a few men. Like, they wrote maybe 1 book, 3 books, but my girls was putting in work. Mildred was cranking the books out, apparently.
Come on, Mildred.
Yeah,
I wonder how old are they now?
Looking at these years, they are probably gone on to glory.
Oh my God, they're that old?
Yeah, Nancy Drew books go back to like what, the 30s, 40s.
Oh my goodness. I'm about to look up a book while you're talking, but carry on.
Yeah, and let me see. Harriet Adams, who was one of the people who revised the first set of books, she ended up writing a book. Like she ended up writing, one, two, three books, actually. And it was another woman named Patricia Dahl, Wilhelmina Rankin, Alma Sass, and Margaret Scherf. Scherf, I think that's how you pronounce it. They all helped
Okay.
contribute to the Nancy Drew series as well. So there were, let's see, one, two, maybe three men who helped write the 25 books or whatever, but it was mainly women. It was mainly women who wrote these, and they're considered ghostwriters.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. So that's, I guess, I never associated ghost writing with books. I just always put it with like rap artists
Yeah.
and their lyrics. But
Yeah.
it makes sense because for all we know, that term came from books anyway, ghost writers.
I think it
So
did come from books for people who like were like not writing their own like biography,
mm,
but they would say they were, but they weren't really like authors. And
that
I
makes
only
me
know
think of
that
the
because
help.
I be watching Housewives and they be like, "Well, she had a ghostwriter. She's not an author." And messy.
Yeah. I forgot all
So
about it. Yeah. It makes me think of the help. Because technically the white girl was the ghostwriter for
yes,
the black
yes,
women.
because they
Yeah,
couldn't
because they
read
couldn't
and
do
stuff.
it. Hmm. Yeah.
And
That's a good point. See how everything come back to books, people? Do you see?
everything comes back to
Do you
books. It
see?
really does. It really does.
Yeah. It said the writers were paid $125 for each book and were required by their contract to give up all rights to the work and to maintain confidentiality. So
Oh,
yeah, 125 for a book back in the day was
I guess that was a lot.
that
Like
was a lot.
back then,
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. But to know, like, I don't know how it would feel. I would give up all my rights knowing
all the
that
right.
I got
I mean, but
paid.
maybe they didn't know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
this was
How
going to
big
be
it
such. Yeah, like they didn't know how big this was going to be.
is.
Excuse the mud,
Yeah.
because he just don't know how to act. But yeah, like they
Mhm.
probably just did not know how good this was going to be, and sad
Yeah.
for them because it really was like historic. Like I said, I never read them, but I heard a lot about Nancy Drew books.
Yeah.
So
Like
yeah,
I just used to see that little yellow spine in the section. I was like, oh, there she go. Let me go see what she's up to this weekend.
right. Like, did I read this one already?
And and she they actually had another set of books. It was like it was some guys like the Dirty Boys or the I'm gonna try to see if I can remember, but they had their own mystery series as well. So that was,
Oh, I might
you
need
know,
to do that for the boys because we've been reading Charlotte's Web. We're on our last chapter,
ah,
so depending on what time I pick them up and they make it home tonight, that'll be if we will finish it. But we're on the last chapter of Charlotte's Web, so
mm-hmm.
yeah, and
That's great.
they really did enjoy it. I can't even remember who the author is for that.
Oh, Charlotte's Web.
Stop
Um,
down.
oh, why
Yeah.
is it right there? It's literally right there. I can actually go ahead and tell you now because it's gonna bother me because I know what it is. Oh, E.B. White. E.B.
Yes.
White. Charlotte
I was like,
Web.
if somebody says it, I'll know it, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to note one thing with Nancy Drew books because they were written in a time where it was politically correct to be racist, right?
oh,
But all those books were revised
were
to
revised. Oh, okay.
to eliminate anything that might be considered insensitive or
This
not
dog is crazy. So I'm sorry. Hey, sit down. Because I don't know
how
what the heck is going on here.
he getting excited.
For what?
I don't know.
Crazy.
He's trying to be
I
the
am
Scooby Doo
just
today.
sitting down. Can't give him a dang on inch. Lord.
I don't know.
Crazy.
Y'all would have a WWE match right there
Can
on
you
the floor.
believe?
Y'all, if y'all end up
God.
watching this on YouTube, Amber's dog, like I said earlier, he just want to be in her skin. Like for some reason, when she in her space to record, he got to be there. He got to show
Golly.
something.
I'm gonna start locking him out for real. And it's only because sometimes the kids will leave the door open. That's why he be in here. Cause I be locking his butt out because he don't know how to act.
He just want to be a part of it. You want to be Scooby Doo? Is that what it is? He wants to be in it. Oh.
About to be homeless. He keep on.
Yeah, I remember all talk.
But
She's the animal lover.
I am. But he's too much.
But yeah,
Ooh.
so with Nancy Drew, a lot of them were revised. A good bit were revised in the 70s, I think.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
worry.
they eliminate. They knew. Yeah, they
Yeah.
eliminated some of that stuff, and then plus, like, I think my mom read maybe one or two books before I did, just to make sure, wasn't nothing like she would have to come
Oh,
to the school
yeah.
for. Cause why you still got these books in this library with these black children? But yeah, the books I read, and for all
Abracadabra.
yeah, not with that one, but I think I don't know if they revised them again, but
Mm-hmm.
from what I read, it was literally just a mystery book. It wasn't anything crazy. It was
Right.
just
You
a little
think
girl
questionable.
trying to solve her little mystery or big ones, and that be it. So I just wanted to put that out there before somebody be like, "You read Nancy Drew? She was racist." Yeah, yeah, I did,
Mhm.
but it was a revised version. So thank you.
Right.
Let me throw
Right.
that out. All right, so that was mine, Carolyn Nee, who is actually multiple people. So
Right.
that's interesting.
That is interesting because I feel like we're used to hearing that from like groups, like it's to random, but it's always interesting to me and Kenny whenever we feel like groups were like more than one person, but they have the group name sounds like one person, like Cisco.
Mhm.
It's like 4 or 5 other people.
It
So
is
it yeah, like like not Cisco, sorry, Drew Hill.
okay.
Yes,
I was gonna
girl.
be like, oh,
Yes,
it was
like
just him
Drew
doing all
Hill.
that flipping. Oh my god!
That's
Like, oh my
hilarious.
god!
Listen, I am horrible with names and stuff. I be knowing, but my brain and my mouth don't be connecting at all. But yes, like Drew Hill, you thought it was to me, it seemed like one person.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so it's like more than one of you. Why is your name
Right.
like Drew Hill? So
Mhm.
yeah.
You know
Um,
what's crazy to me though, friend? With
what?
that, like with those groups, like you said, Drew Hill, they'll have their set people that are performing and stuff. And then they used to just switch them out. And
Girl, like we
I
couldn't
love me
tell.
some Drew Hill. And for the longest, I did not know it was not always the same people singing
It
for
was
a
not
long
always the
time. I was
same
like,
folks.
wait a minute, who is this? Is this? But they sound the same.
They
Studio
harmonizing,
magic. Studio and
dancing,
harmony.
and emphasizing.
Oh, come on, med school.
Okay, so it's not my next one, but because you brought back the mystery ones with what's her
Nancy,
name? Nancy
Nancy Drew.
Drew.
Hmm.
I remember Beezus and Ramona.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. Oh my goodness.
So it
Beezus and
was
Ramona.
so good. And I had to look it up on my computer because I'm like, I couldn't remember, but I knew Beezus' real name was Beatrice, but they called her Beezus, and she had a little sister named Ramona.
Mm-hmm.
And their last name was Quimby. And I remember in elementary school reading those books, and they were just so
Oh,
fun to me. Like
yeah.
literally, probably like a pivotal point in my like reading on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just remember one part of the books that was like Ramona was starting to learn how to spell, or she was learning how to read. So when people would spell things, they were spelling things that they didn't want her to know about.
Mm-hmm.
So they were talking about PTA, and we know what PTA is. It's like parent teacher association. But she was like, "What is PTA?" Like, I want some of PTA because they would spell like ice cream or candy. So I remember they like crunched up some chips and put them in a paper bag and was like, "Here, this is PTA." Just to like make her be quiet because like PTA is
Oh,
something that we can't give you, but that is the acronym. And
right.
that one just stuck with me in my childhood memory. So it's so funny. But that is like one of the ones, I think Beverly Cleary was the author.
Mm-hmm.
And like that one's not as well, that was old too. That was like starting like 1955. So I'm like, shush. She probably gone too.
Yeah, yeah. They
Funny
probably
enough for me. Right. But
we're not
my
laughing
next
at their death.
It's not laughing at the death, but just at the fact that like, dang, like I did not realize these books were that old when we were reading them, because it's like I'm so interested. Why would I be so interested in something that was really written in 1955, which also goes to show like how much literature transcends generations? Because with my kids and Charlotte's Web, like they're looking at the book, and of course the book is like the pages are yellow, like it's like the stick figure basic drawings, like it has a few pictures in there, and they're like, "Mommy, this book is old." I'm like, it is old. And even some of the terminology that they use, because they're on a farm and things like that, that might say like britches or something, and it's like they're like, "What is britches?" And I'm like, yeah, like you are, like your grandparents don't even use the term britches. So you may not ever hear this term besides in this book. So that is just, it's so funny to me. And it is such a learning experience. And I am enjoying like bringing this to them. And yeah, so, but my official next author was Ellen Hilderbrand, that name. But she wrote this book called The Rumor. She's just such a really good author. Like, and I'm a lover girl at heart. Like, I will read romances. I will read mystery / romances. And I'll read thriller as well. But like romances are my like happy space with a little bit of drama. They are my happy space because I'm a Golden Girl stan. I'm a what's my other show? I am a yes. I am a Gilmore Girls stan. I am Sweet Magnolias. Like I am a little girl at heart. So things that like do that to me, like I'm just I'm all in. So she is one of those who writes books like that, but they always have like a touch of drama in them. So like The Rumor was basically like a woman, and she kind of gets into the rumor of having like a kind of like an affair with like her like hardware hand, like he's helping her redo some things in her house, and they have to take some pictures because it's like makes it into like the local magazine, and it's like the way that they're taking the pictures, she's like feeding him like grapes, and he's almost like licking her fingers, but they have like had a thing. And so the rumor kind of gets out, and it's a mess, but it was so good. Still romancy.
I gotta read it.
But
I love good tea
like
in a book.
Because we're like, I'm reading, I'm like, oh girl, like what are you doing? But it's so good. And she's and I can't think of the other titles that you read because they're in my Kindle. And if it's not in my like physical, it is hard for me to like recall like what it is. That's the only thing I don't like about having my books on a Kindle and not having the physical book, because I organize my books by author on my shelf in alphabetical order. So then I'm like scanning, I'm like, oh yes, I did read that. Oh, I did like that. Versus when it's on my Kindle, it's kind of like I read it and then I kind of forget about it because I'm not seeing it. I don't have to like look at it, but I've gotten a few other of her books on my Kindle, and they have not disappointed. So if I'm like in a mood or I want to just like feel good, like if I wanted a feel good show, Ellen Hilderbrand she gonna probably be the one to get me there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Who you got?
I'll check that out because that sounds like some tea.
Girl, The Rumor was tea. The Rumor was definitely tea. The Rumor was tea.
So hearing you talk about Charlotte's Web and then me bringing up Nancy Drew, I took it back because now I am inspired to read to my son a chapter book. At least let him try it. At least
try it.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a try because now I think it is time for him to start moving up more in books. Even though my baby reads very well, I'll give him that. It's just the love
Yes.
of reading.
Yes, like
So
the
I
things that
think,
they read themselves can be whatever their level is, but it's like
mhm,
when we're reading to them, it's like, hey, let's read this thing. And then who knows when that may be a book that they have to read.
that is
Um,
true.
and then it's like you've already read, but you can read it again like for yourself, but you've already kind of got the concept and you are like interested in this thing. I feel like we're just fostering that love of reading. But go
Yeah.
ahead. I want to see what your next one. I want to see if it's what my next childhood. It's not gonna be my author, but it's gonna be my honorable mention from a childhood thing. So I want to see what you
Okay.
got.
Okay. So my author is Judy Blume.
Okay.
So Judy Blume wrote some classics, and shout out to my mom because she put me onto these books. Because she
Okay.
actually read these books when she was a kid or younger. But some of the most known and actually my favorites include Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing,
Oh,
um, Super Fudge, and like Sheila the Great, or otherwise known as Sheila the Great. So I
I
think
feel like
these books.
Super Fudge. I read. I think I might have been introduced to Super Fudge. I'm not sure. I have to go and look it up, but that sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah, it's like I really think my son would enjoy Super Fudge. And
Hmm.
it about and I can read the plot real quick. So for Super Fudge, it's the Hatcher family has a new baby daughter. They make a temporary move from New York City to Princeton, New Jersey. This new addition named Tamara Roxanne is known as the baby for some time in the book. Peter is 11 years old and is in sixth grade. His 5-year-old brother Fudge, who is in kindergarten, becomes
Yes, they
extremely
called him
jealous of
Fudge.
his new sister, who earns the nickname Tootsie from their
Hmm.
mother. And
Yeah,
Fudge is bad.
Fudge is
Yeah, I
bad
would
as
say
AF. He's very
Fudge is
bad.
bad. He need, we don't condone violence, but as an older sibling who has to resort to some things, I would understood. I would understood if Peter had to put the paws on him. I would have got it. 5-year-old or not. You finna get put in this closet because you're doing too much. You doing too much. You need to time out in the closet. So yeah, Fudge was bad. Okay, they need to get up on him, but I think he would really like um the book Super Fudge. So I think I'm gonna give it. I think I'm gonna give it a try. And then Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing was, oh my god, it was published in 1972.
Girl, ain't it crazy how old these books are?
I didn't realize it was 1972. Oh my god.
Old AF.
So this one is about Peter and Fudge again.
Okay.
Peter is frustrated with horrendous behavior demonstrated by Fudge, who is bad, who frequently goes unpunished. You see there? And these books are
Yes.
also parenting tools. You see what happens when you let the younger sibling do whatever for you parents
Whatever.
out there and don't fix the problem? It comes back on the older sibling. So now we got a parent. Yeah. So now we got to step in.
Mm.
He was frustrated with horrendous behavior. You know how bad you got to be for another little kid to think your behavior is horrendous? Okay.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. And then Peter becomes annoyed with Fudge because he often disturbs his pet turtle, Dribble. And I don't know why I fell in love with a turtle named Dribble in a book, but I did. I used to
Cute.
love when they talked about him. It was so funny. But yeah, Peter and Fudge, they were your typical big brother, little brother relationship for the most part. But Fudge was bad. So that's why I said I would have understood if Peter would have just
Tap
did
tap.
something one time. Just one time. But Judy Blume, she is such a talented author for children. Like she really, even as an adult, she really draws you into the stories, makes it relatable. And I think that's one reason why I ended up relating to these stories so much because I do have, younger siblings. So reading these, I was just like, I get it. I feel it. I feel you, Peter. I feel you. It's all right. You are not alone. And otherwise known as Sheila the Great, She was just a little girl who was like rambunctious, and she just was like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And she, just like a little girl who was, uh, she was assured of herself, but she still had her insecurities, if that makes sense.
I
So,
got you.
just a young girl trying to make it through life. She finna go into puberty before she know it. I think she was like 10 or 11 or something like
Oh,
that. So,
it's such a
it's
crazy age. It's a crazy time.
yeah. And I think like that book, they went on like a summer vacation or something. So it's about, her that summer and all of that. So shout out to Judy Bloom and shout out to my mama for putting me on to Judy. So now I'm gonna look like
Yeah, shout out, mamas.
yeah. All right.
Girl,
So you had an honorable mention?
my honorable mention is going to be Anna Matthews Martin. And if you're not familiar with her, she did The Babysitters Club.
Oh, no wonder it sounds familiar. Oh, you know
Yes,
they did like a new show.
I I did. I did see like previews or something for it. And when I say I love those books, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I resonated with them, one, because for those who don't know, I was raised as the only child. I'm the only child between my parents, and my parents are married. And so I have siblings older, but in my home, I'm the only child.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like when they would get into like arguments and they would be like falling out, I'm like, yo, I feel this in my spirit because they're like trying to figure it out and they don't want to talk to their parents about it. I feel like parents don't understand. You feel like you don't have nobody else to talk to. And I'm like, I feel this. Like, this is my life.
And a
So
book like
again,
you speaking to me.
you are speaking to me, Miss Matthews, like Miss Matthews Martin, you are speaking to me. So, and then again, just being in that awkward age of that transition from like elementary school to middle school, it's
Mm-hmm.
like huge. It's like
It is.
so many things are happening. You're trying to find yourself, your friends are changing, your hormones are starting to ramp up. Like you are actually really starting to like boys. Boys are actually starting to like you back. Like it's a crazy time. And so I felt like those books, and then they trying to do a whole business. Like these girls are about their money.
Now I can
So
relate to that. They gonna get to that
right,
money. If nothing else, they gonna babysit
they
somebody to get
babysitting.
money.
I'm like, what I should have took from them books was I should have been babysitting some kids.
Well, be like, let me write down these ideas real quick. What did
Exactly.
they do?
Like,
Let me see this.
come on now. So those were like the other books that were pivotal to me as a kid. And I have another author, but I cannot think of her name right now. But she wrote like she was like really like into the books of like people having like sicknesses and they almost all had like cancer or something like that. And I don't know why. I feel like I looked her up at one point in time and she might have gone to glory also.
Mm-hmm.
Um Leanne McDaniel, something like that. I have to revamp that up. But she had like an angel series. And it was just like they were really, really good. Again, I'm a feel good girly. And even though like somebody may have passed away or something like that, she always like ramped it back around to something positive and good. So it wasn't like just a horrible ending to where you were just like, okay, this is terrible. Like, why are you writing about this sad
Mm-hmm.
SHIC? She always wrapped it around to faith and encouragement and finishing up finished business. For yeah. So those are just like the books and the authors that I feel like got me through some of like my alone times as like an only child, as like a person that felt like my parents were strict, so I was not allowed to like rip and run and
You
dilly
was not
dally.
outside. You in
But
the
I was not
house.
outside as a child. So books were like literally my escape.
Mm-hmm.
So that is probably why I read so much because I'm like, this is about as outside as I'm about to get. Besides the occasional one too, like I was inside. So that is probably why reading was like such a thing for me. And that's probably why those authors like hold such a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I Yeah, like I think we had a good bit of authors. I hopefully we gave some people some stuff to look up, if not for yourselves, at least for your children.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for those who like me and you are looking to read chapter books for their kids. My next one, I don't know. I'm thinking of going into like maybe Captain Underpants, something
Yeah,
that I
I was
feel
gonna be
like they
Dog
will
Man.
be
Mm-hmm.
into.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you gonna let them
and
watch the movie, like the newest remake of
yes,
Charlotte's Web?
I actually. So when we do, because if you know, we do movie night Fridays, and so we
Mm-hmm.
do pizza and popcorn, all the
Yeah.
things. And so after we finish the book, I want them to watch I'll let them watch the cartoon one, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll let them watch the remake with Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just got an idea. We're gonna
What's
talk
up?
about it off the pod more, but we
Okay.
should do a Dog Man movie night after, or Captain Underpants movie night with the kids after we
Yes.
watch.
After we
Read the
read the
books
book.
first.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes. We
because
really
we do
should.
movie nights too. Well, I be trying. I used to try to do movie nights, and then sometimes they be interested, sometimes they not, and then eventually me and my husband be like, "Oh, look at that! It's bedtime. Oh, let's wrap it up." Okay, y'all not paying attention, no way. He was the main one. They ain't gonna pay attention, no way. But we still have to
Girl.
do it. We still have to try.
You have to
God,
do it
no.
and you have to be with them and do it. Now, when if I have to
Mm-hmm.
go out for a meeting or something, a meeting meaning a girls' night, if I have to do something like that, and if he picks the movie, Kenny, he's like, I mean, they watch halftime. I'm like, were you in there watching it with them or were
With
you doing
them,
something
yeah.
else? If I'm watching with them and I get them their pizza and then I'm doing the popcorn, they will watch it and they will stay watching. But if they're like if one of us is not there too, then they're gonna start doing like silly things because I feel like it's an experience. It's a thing of having all of us there. Right now we've been on the Toy Story series,
Ugh, yeah.
which I feel like they've watched most of them, but we
Mhm.
just like kind of like started with the second one, and then this past Friday we did the third one, and so I know like
Yeah.
another one is supposed to be coming out soon. So that's what I was like,
Mhm.
huh. I'm like, okay, well let's
Yeah.
make sure that we watch all the Toy Stories before
New
we
one.
jump into the next one come out. Yeah. Why you do that page? You don't like Toy Story?
I went through the Toy Story phase with the kids already. They were watching Toy Story 1 through 4, back to back to back to back to back.
Oh,
But also, because sometimes I think back to that TikTok I made a couple months ago talking about the characters as an adult
uh-huh.
getting on my nerves. Everybody pointed out a good point though, including you. You said Slinky was okay, the dog
It was
toy.
straight.
Slinky was straight. Yeah, Slinky was straight. But for those out there who don't know, if you don't follow on TikTok, what I said was all of them toys got on my nerves except Woody and Buzz. And now I'm gonna throw Slinky in there. And I'm talking about the main toys who've been there since the
Yeah.
beginning. Oh, and Bo Peep. Bo Peep was cool, you know.
She was cool. She was
But
logical.
she left and had to come back in Toy Story 4. But the
Yes.
rest of them, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head can go. Jessie can go. Her horse can stay. Bullseye can stay. Who else can go? Rex can go. He's
Rex.
too scary. The
But they're
pig got
just
a smart mouth.
funny.
You know,
They are
he's just,
just
I
funny.
take that back. Pig, I like the pig. I
I
liked the
like
pig.
Pig.
I
Pig
like
was
Pig. He
hilarious.
could stay. He could stay. Yeah. But sometimes it used to make me upset because I'd be like, Woody be trying to tell y'all, and every time he tell y'all, he be right. He be
Y'all don't be
right. Except
listening.
Toy Story 1, when he was a hater and pushed Buzz out that window. But he made up for it.
Listen,
He
my
did.
favorite scene, and Kenny judges me every time we watch it. My favorite scene is when they get into that fight at Pizza Planet. He's putting he like buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yeah, cause Buzz at that point had to let Woody, I am a ranger. So now you finna get these ranger hands. When he said, but we're not on my planet, are we? No. Yeah. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. Go ahead and get that action in. So they made up. They was cool.
Listen, that
But
that was some Peter Parker original hands.
they
Oh,
they was tussling. I don't know if
they
I
was
ever
they was
saw
hustling.
Bud tussling. I'll poop on myself. If I ever walked in and saw my toys talking like Sid when he was in the backyard,
Girl, but he deserved all of that because Sid was
he
crazy
definitely
and he
did.
needed to go
Sid was crazy.
somewhere.
I think Sid ended up being in the other Toy Story, working the dumpster truck. I think that
Excuse
was
me,
him.
dog, sneezing.
That little paw came up like I got
Right,
something to say.
go somewhere.
All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this on up.
Yeah, this
I
was a
don't
good
have
one,
a.
friend.
It was so good. I don't have an honorary mention. Maybe I'll save, something for one of the other episodes this month.
Okay.
But I do have a book rec. I
Yes.
do have a book recommendation. So my book recommendation, and I always do this. I have the physical copy, and I leave it on my shelf. But
Okay.
and I hope maybe we can talk about this book later this month too, or just whenever. But it's did I recommend this before? Oh well, if I did. It's the Seven Husbands
Oh, of Evelyn Hugo.
of Evelyn Hugo. Yeah.
Yes, I second that. Great
Yeah.
book. Great
Great
book.
book. We're gonna have to talk about it.
Did I
And for
recommend that
those,
one to you?
I don't know. I was hearing it on the internet, maybe, or maybe I think we talked about it and we ended up reading, like finding out we both read it.
Maybe
Or
so.
you did.
Because I
I
read
don't
it
know.
in El Paso with a previous book club. I miss that book club so much. But
I miss
yes,
Club too.
great book.
Yeah,
Great book.
it's like for those who haven't read it, not to give I'm not going to give anything away about it, but it's just about the story of a young woman who's trying to make it in Hollywood, and we're talking about back in the day,
That old Hollywood, not
old
this Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Old
Yeah,
Hollywood.
old Hollywood. So it's about the story of her and the people she encounters during her rise to fame, love, romance, love between, you know, man, woman, friends, husband, wife, like all of that. It's just a lot of moving parts in the story, but the twist, because it is a twist
It's
at
a
the end,
huge twist.
you'll be like, whoa, like, you probably didn't see it coming. So
I did
that
not
is
see that
my
coming.
recommendation. And wait, let me just look on my computer real quick to see.
The author name, because I cannot remember.
Yes, by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Taylor, you did your thing with that one, girl.
You did it. Like,
I need to see if she wrote anything else because that was good.
let's see. Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yeah, it looks like she has a few more books.
Okay.
She has Daisy Jones and the Six, Atmosphere, Malibu Rising. Oh, okay. So Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo came out in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like some of her
That's
first
about
books
the
came
time I
out
read
like
it.
13. So
Okay.
she has a good bit of books. So definitely got to check her out, to see some more of her stories. But if it's anything like the Seven Husbands, I'm for it. I am here for it. Um, yeah, low key, I was gonna mention. Well, she was black. I would have mentioned it last month because
Yeah.
I just felt like it was love in that story that was talked about, that wasn't just about like your lover, your partner. It was like the love you have for your friends. You know what I mean? Like
But
the
it also was love for a lover because
yeah, it was
without
love
giving
for a
away too
lover.
much,
Yeah,
the love that she had, the true love she had throughout the whole thing.
was
That
yeah,
was it.
that was her. Yeah. So and then like even witnessing some of her friends and their relationships, like how
Yeah.
much they loved or how they loved on each other, and just coming together as a group of friends, like the love they shared, amongst each
Yeah.
other. So I was gonna mention that, and I was like, I'll
Save
talk
it for
about it
next
next
month.
month. I'll talk about it next month. So, but that was
Uh,
my book rec for the week.
if I
Mhm.
had a book rec, it would definitely be check out anything by Leanne Moriarty.
Yeah, Leanne Moriarty. Got it. Got to make sure
Yeah.
we put that in the show notes. All right.
Mhm.
So I think this is it, friend. I hope you guys
Yeah.
enjoyed another episode of Reading Corner. You know, this corner internet
I'm
where we read
trying to
books.
make something of sign of what looks like a corner. I be making it go in like, is this a corner? Is this a corner? Corner.
We're gonna figure something. We're
We're
gonna
gonna
get it
figure something
figured
out.
But thanks, you guys. And remember, March is Women's History Month, so we will be discussing women authors, women's stories all throughout
Yes.
the month. And we want y'all to comment and let us know some things you may want us to talk about, and or authors or stories. So
Yep.
I think that's it.
That's
All
it.
right. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.